So to start, have your feet hip width apart, and we're just going to start with a nice lean side to side, shifting our weight left and to our right with our body, just to see how we are on our feet today, kind of assess that steadiness. You can really lean and see how good you are both directions, just to see. Again, this is just an assessment, just to kind of warm ourselves up to being steady on our feet, getting our proprioception a little warmed up. Good. We're going to increase slightly now, so you can bring your foot or your heel off the ground just a little bit. You might even bring your foot off just a tiny bit off the ground. Again, not too much. Progressing into this, easing our balance so we get nice and warmed up. So feel free. Just a little bit more of a lean, a little bit more drastic. We'll go ahead and bump up our height a little bit more of that march now. So kind of bringing that foot roughly up to where your shin is. Again, controlling the movement. This is about the same tempo throughout the entire time. Very nice. We're going to finish here. So the last part of this progressive march, trying to bring that thigh parallel to the ground, slowly back down, and then repeating on both sides. Again, if you can't get it all the way up there, that's okay. Go up as high of a level as you can, where you can actively hold it, and then slowly bring it back down, okay? We're gonna hang tight 10 more seconds here. Try to see if you can get a couple more on each direction. Good. And relax, very nice. Okay, what we're gonna do next is put both of our feet together, and we're gonna do what I call around the world. So you're gonna have your hands roughly on your hips, and then we are going to gently do a reach all the way around with our entire body in this position. So make sure those feet are actively touching all the way together for this first portion. Going all the way around, big far reach. Nice and controlled. Very nice. Go ahead and switch directions for me. Again, actively going as far as you can. You'll notice the further you lean, the more challenging this will be for you, and the more mobility work you'll get as well. All right, very nice. So go ahead and kind of reassess. We're going to make that a little more challenging now by slightly staggering our feet, okay? So this one, I would highly recommend having your hand near a chair just in case you need it to grab onto. Same concept, just with that slight stagger, okay? So with that slight stagger, it's going to narrow our base a little bit, make it a little more challenging all the way around. Nice and controlled. Again, the bigger your circles are, the tougher this will be for you. Go as slow and as steady as you need to keep comfortable and keep moving. Excellent job. Go ahead and slightly stagger your feet in the opposite direction, and then with your body, move in circles in the opposite direction, okay? So opposite feet now, opposite direction of that body turn, all the way around. Nice and controlled. I should mention too, if this is too challenging where you feel like you're wobbling super heavily, you can actually bring your feet slightly back, so it's more of just a feet together hold. But a little bit of a challenge, of course, as we know, is great. So if there's just a little bit of wobbliness, that's totally okay. Very nice. Go ahead and relax on that position. We're going to grab our slider next on the ground. And we're going to do some different slider lunge variations, okay? So the first one is going to be a forward and backward lunge. So it's going to start by bringing the slider forward. The leg that's on the ground, or the stable leg, is then going to bend slightly, okay? So I'm not leaning forward into the slider. I'm leaning back into the leg that's stable, okay? Once you do that, you're going to reverse it and then bring the slider behind you. This will be the tough part. Bending that front knee again, okay? 80% of my weight's going to be in that leg that is planted, okay? So forward, notice you might have to lean back a little bit, and then once you push that slider back, you might have to lean forward a little bit, okay? So you're kind of shifting your weight, But ultimately, about 80% of the weight is going to be in that stable leg throughout the movement. That slider is just going to be moving nice and carefully. You'll notice too, you have to put a decent amount of pressure into that slider to make sure it doesn't get off your foot. Back and forth here. Again, just trying to get a little bit of a bend in that stable leg on both directions. Excellent. Let's go ahead and repeat on the other side. So you'll shuttle that slider over. Same concept, reaching forward. But remember, when you reach forward with that foot, your weight's back. My weight is back in my stable leg, okay? Then when I'm reaching back with that slider, my weight's kind of forward now in that stable leg, okay? So the stable leg is the one that's bending. Stable leg is the one that's bending. That slider leg is going to ultimately be staying pretty straight for the most part, okay? Good. Reach. And back. About 10 more seconds here. We'll go forward and backward. Excellent job. Go ahead and take a good breath. I know that's a lot all at once. Feel free to grab a little bit of water. We are going to now do a side-to-side variation of this. So we're actually going to go behind our foot. So switch feet if you haven't already, I should say, to the stable one. So basically reverse whatever we did. And what you are going to do is actively bring your leg behind and then over. Okay, so it's kind of a same slider lunge variation, but you're just going left to right now, okay? So slightly out of your normal range. You want to try to go as far as you can, giving yourself a little bit of a push both directions. Also trying to keep enough pressure in that slider so you're actually holding on to it the whole time. Good. Go ahead and shuttle that guy over to the other direction. Same thing. We are going behind, kind of in a curtsy lunge or a bowler lunge position. And then we are reaching to the side as well. So back, reach, good, back, reach. Both directions here. Good. We'll do one more time. Big far reach to the side, get a good bend in that leg, and back. Very nice. Good. Take a breath. We got one more set of these slider lunges. I'll explain the next one, so just watch, give your body some rest. So you're, of course, going to switch legs again back to our starting one, and then we're going to do circles, okay? So this one, basically, they're going to stay in the front, and then you're going to keep a bend on that leg, okay, the stable leg, and then all you're going to do is a circle where you're reaching, coming back, reaching, coming back, okay? So this one's going to involve a little bit more time under tension. Might feel that burn come up a little bit further. Nice, careful circles. Good, and relax. Excellent. Go ahead and shuttle that slider on to the other side. Same thing. Reach that guy forward and make circles as big as you can. All the way back, all the way around. Nice and controlled here. We got 10 more seconds. Breathe through the burn. It's where we get stronger. It's where we get better on our feet. Build some balance and coordination. Good. Go ahead and rest on that. Very, very nice. Take a couple big deep breaths. Make sure we're feeling okay for the next few motions. All right, so what we're going to do next is use that slider as kind of a landmark, okay, or a target we're reaching for. So you're actually going to place the slider, I would say about 6 inches, maybe a foot behind you. And what we're going to do, try our best, is to look straight ahead. We're going to try to see if we can tap and feel that slider, so really use our proprioception. And then come all the way back. So you'll have to kind of feel around, really use your body's sense and awareness in space. Try to tap right on it, roughly, and then come back, okay? So if you notice you can't get it or your body's not too precise, try to bring it right behind your heels and do the same thing. But if you're really, really good at this, you can bring it back and you can go really carefully and say, yeah, I got this. And also those sliders too, the ones that you're using don't have the best of feedback. So if anything, just try to step back a little bit. And that's going to be challenging either way. Good, very nice. Okay, this might be a little bit easier. We are now going to put the slider, I would say about a foot, maybe 2 feet in front of you. Again, using it as that landmark, we are reaching forward, tapping the slider, and then coming back, okay? So it's in front of you this time, and we're just gonna do 1 foot at a time, tapping, coming back. When we're thinking about the tap on that slider too, we want it to be as light as possible, okay? So we're just tapping for a split second and then coming back. Tapping for a split second and coming back. It's very light, very light. If this is easy for yourself, push that slider out a little bit more. If this is challenging, you can bring that slider back a little bit more. Let's go ahead and reverse the sides of our legs. So switch the opposite direction, tap that slider, and come back. Reach, tap, and come back. Good. Tap, back, tap, back. We got 5 more seconds. Try to give me 1 more. Tap, and back. Very nice. Okay, go ahead and bring the slider back towards you now, almost right in front of your toes. And we're going to do 1 more quickness drill with this guy, kind of similar to what we did earlier, but it's going to be a quick tap on that slider back and forth, okay? So we're going to do about 15 total seconds on this. Don't really focus on much, just focusing on moving your body quickly. The quicker, the better in this position. Try to challenge yourself. 3, 2, 1. Very nice. Take a breath. And we're going to do it 1 more time. Ready, set, go. 15 more seconds. Try to go even faster than the last time. The quicker, the better. The quicker, the better. Challenge your body. Try to keep that slider intact. 3, 2, and 1. Very nice. Very nice. Okay, go ahead and stand to the side of your chair. We're going to do a side bend touch to the chair. So this one's going to involve you leaning on one side. One of your trail legs, so the leg not closest to the chair, is going to come off the ground. You're going to try your best to tap that chair and then come up, okay? Notice when I'm doing this, I'm not really reaching forward. I'm just reaching through the side of my body, okay? I'm staying nice and tall, not bending through my hips, just bending through the side of my body. And also another challenge too, I'm looking straight ahead. So if you can do it, that variation too, that's going to work your balance a little bit more. Give it your best shot. Try your best to get all the way down there, touching the top of that chair, under control. Very nice. Go ahead and repeat on the other side. So we'll switch on over. Same concept, nice far reach down, touch, all the way back up, good, down, touch, back up, beautiful. So I think we got about 6 or 7 repetitions on that side. We'll try to do roughly the same one on the other. Down, up, nice and controlled. Again, keeping that chest up high, down, and up. Beautiful. Go ahead and finish 1 more repetition. I know I stopped on you. I just like watching sometimes. Okay, so what we are going to do is a scale next. So this is going to be our final balance drill for the day. This is a really, really tough one, so I'm going to give 2 variations. The first one is kind of using this as assistance to hold on to. You're going to be coming up onto one leg, and then you're going to be reaching forward as far as you can, and then coming back up. Notice my trail leg does not move. That's the easier version. The tougher version is, of course, just not using this to hold on to. So you can still kind of have your hand there for assistance, and then coming back. Try whatever variation is comfortable for you. Actively reaching forward as far as you can, all the way back. Good. Big far reach forward. Stretch that body out. All the way back. Let's do 1 more time here. Big far reach. Hold. Excellent. Good. Finish that last repetition. We will repeat on the other side. Give me about 6 or so reps. Big far reach forward. Feel free to hold on to that chair if you do need to. It'll still be a great strengthening drill, even if you're just holding on. But once you kind of get the hang of it, you can give it a shot and see how good your balance is. Really good balance test as well, just to see how steady you are on your feet. Good. Everyone go ahead and give me one big far scale. Maybe try it without holding on. And coming back. Very nice. Let's go ahead and do a little bit of a cool down stretch. So we'll have our feet just hip width apart. We're going to let our body sag down nice and low towards the ground, pushing our butt back. I'm thinking about just letting my hamstrings release, my lower back release, and my entire body relaxing as I take a big breath in. Big breath out, gently sit up nice and tall. Feel that spine kind of unravel nice and easily. We're going to bring our hands all the way up now. Big far reach. When you're doing this, try to stretch and get as much length through your body. Feel like your hands are getting pulled up with strings to the sky. We're going to do a stretch towards one side now. Good. Go ahead and ease to that other side. Very nice. Good. Go ahead and place your hands either on your butt or your lower back, whatever's more comfortable. We're going to do a lean back now, so shoulder blades back, looking up towards the sky. Push that belly out. Take a big breath in. Big breath out. Good. Kind of let those shoulders relax. And we'll finish with our calf stretch. So we're going to take a big step forward. So we're in our split stance. That back heel is going to be planted into the ground. Both feet should be pointed directly forward. With that front knee slightly bent, we're then going to gently push that front knee forward, keeping that back heel planted on the ground. Take a few deep breaths. Just try to relax in the position. Very nice. Rinse and repeat on the other side. Both feet directly forward. Back heel planted directly into the ground. Front knee, tiny bit of a bend. Doesn't have to be much. After that, go ahead and push that guy forward as far as you can get it. Hang tight in this position. Take a good breath. Try to just relax into the position. Relax into the stretch. And we'll ease off the gas pedal. Excellent job, everyone. All finished for today. Way to push yourself. And